Hey guys, golfers, welcome to practice tee. Okay, channel lock. Just going to refine. So in terms of, somebody asked about what the weight distribution is, and is it predominantly trail side? Yeah, it is, guys. Really, trail side. Big time. I actually feel in the golf swing, because I'm loading, turning, I'm loading here, I feel everything's there. I feel all my weight is outside that trail axis. It's not really, it's on the trail axis, but it feels like I want to disposition it over there, so on this side of the body. Again, guys, I've got about 70 Ks today. I'm going to hit some shots this way today. Just working on some camera angles again. Yeah, so as a feeling, what would you do? This is the feeling. After we back cocked, see, as soon as we back cock into here, immediately you'll feel a disposition here. You always want to feel like you're here, because you want to feel like you're there when you hit it. Always want to feel, after we've back cocked into position, we always want to feel like the hit is going that way. As I said before, it's going vertically down. It's going down the body and contained within the body vertically, if you can understand that. All our energy is going down here, but out to the ball. Not going this way, guys. The ball is going that way, but our intention is this way. Yeah, so in terms of a weight disposition, yeah, it's here. This is almost unweighted, and with this wind today, it feels like it wants to blow me over, because I never feel like I'm loaded in here, guys. Because if I feel I'm loaded in there, there's a very, very big mental incentive to want to go with the feeling of the loading, and that is this way. And I want to go that way, I want to go that way. So I never want to feel like I'm loaded for a right-hander into that left side. You can if you want to, and that's part of the individualization of the golf swing. But primarily for me, it's here, it's vertically dispositioned. Now as soon as you cock this shoulder this way, guys, you're going to feel the weight over here. Very hard to cock. See, as soon as I turn it that way, I feel it all move into my buttock here, into this trail side here. And I feel like my ankle is wanting to turn, but my spikes are stopping it from turning. But if you feel a bit uncomfortable, and if the senior players out there, or the people who are less flexible, if you feel like you want to just let that flare out a little bit, do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Now, where does the weight go in the backswing? After we've got here at address, where does it go? All right, for me, after I back cocked into here, this is just sort of sitting there, guys. So as I load it up, okay, the weight actually on the backswing spirals up. The top half spirals it up, if you can again conceptualize that. It actually, because I can feel it spiraling up, but as it spirals up, there is a force from here down that spirals down. It's like this, because I feel very much that foot wants to do that. And I hate rubber spikes, because you can't just get any traction. I mean, that wants to just turn that foot out. So that's very interesting. As I start to spiral up with the loading of the club here, this leg is spiraling that way. It's actually spiraling that way. because the weight is sort of spiraling into my quadriceps here, my thigh, my groin, my buttocks. So it's actually doing that. If I kept turning, this foot would keep going that way. Look, wind's going, just blown some stuff over there. I hope it doesn't blow the camera over. We are just getting hammered. We're not getting hurricanes like some of the you poor people are in the US and elsewhere, but you know, we're getting constantly, you know, well, there's nothing out here to stop it where I practice in the cow paddock. It blows. There's no cows here today because they've all been blown away. I saw some up in the sky here just getting blown away. You see in the Mary Poppins movies. I mean, it is just brutal. Okay, so here we go. We're here. This is unloaded, guys. And as we spiral it up here, as we start down, because we're firing the club down this body line, this trail body line here, the weight fires down that body line. Spiral it up. This knee moves this way. Let it go. Let it go. Because that'll really coil up that trail side. You know, don't keep this in here like that, because that'll just restrict this hip turn. If you're flexible, do it, guys. I find it very difficult because I'm not that flexible in my hip extensors. So if that wants to flare like that, let it flare. Yeah, so the weight is predominantly trail side. Now guys, getting you going in the backswing. What I'm finding is I'm getting very, very compact. Very compact in the backswing now, to the extent that I basically, if this was a little dumbbell, that's all I feel like I'm doing. A lot of C motion there, very much like Lee Como, where he just bicep curls it. So off the ball here, to get the club going this way, I just bicep curl it here. That's as far as I can take my arm back. I can't take it back any further than that because of the type of structure I've got in my arm. But if you can get your forearm back on your bicep here further, that's great. I can't get mine back any further than that. But if I can get it here, load that weight there, and then just bicep curl here. See, that really keeps the club outside the trail side of the body, guys. Club is going like this. Very much a pickup. Oh, absolutely a pickup. This is very much a pickup action. Pickup, bicep fold, or bicep curl. Here. Here. Yeah, so the more you can do that. Now as soon as I do that, I really feel all this weight getting in there. Where do I feel the weight in my foot? I feel it really in the arch of my foot, which I normally never feel. I'll either have a predominant loading into the heel or to the ball of the foot, but with this, very much into the arch of the foot. So here. And for the people that are having trouble with the ball going low, remember, guys, to use that great word that my great mate Martin Ayres, the word that he invented years ago. Perpendicularity. If you can have the shaft in a state of perpendicularity, which is that, as opposed to angled forward, that's where you need to be, because we've got the proper loft on the club. For anybody having trouble getting the ball in the air, anybody that has trouble getting the ball in the air generally, even with a conventional golf swing. If you've got too much shaft angle, guys, you're just de-lofting the golf club. Okay, you might hit it a bit further, but you're never going to hit it with the proper loft that the golf club's designed to have. That's the difficulty. And with channel lock, because we've got the ball so far back, we don't want to have any shaft angle on at all. So perpendicularity, or as one of the guys said today, verticalization. That's what we want to do with the shaft. We want to verticalize it, or we want to perpendicularityise it. Okay, so here we are. So I'm just going to bicep curl it here. Here. Get as close to it as I can. Oh, first shot of the day, guys. Woo! Just hurricane. Well, not a hurricane. I don't even know what a hurricane is. Never been in one. Don't want to be in one. And I feel for the people that are subjected to them. Must be horrible. I've been about 125 k's. That's about the most. We had 320 k's here in the Great Darwin cyclone of years ago. That was 320. That was a category 6. It was just extraordinary. Destroyed the town. But that was right up in the top end of Australia. So for you guys going through any of the hurricanes, I feel for you. So here we are, guys, here. We're here. We're just going to bicep curl it up. Look at this, guys, and look at this. This is what you've got to cultivate. You must cultivate this feeling of hitting away from yourself. Don't worry about if you hit a shot and you're back here. If you're back there, guys, you're really going to be utilising that setting of the weight on that trail axis. Significantly so. Perfectly so, frankly. And the advantage you have, and I was going to, even for conventional players, the more you can dispose yourself at impact in keeping this trail fulcrum, right-handed or left-handed, me being a right-hander, it's my right shoulder joint here. By keeping that fulcrum back, guys, when I hit it, here, if I keep that back, look what happens. It straightens my trail arm and it straightens my lead arm. If you bring that fulcrum forward, here, you can't straighten your trail arm because this fulcrum is brought forward. And of course that's, most times in a conventional golf swing, that's why you see a lot of chicken wing in a conventional player. Conventional player, if they get here, conventional golf swing, this is digressing, they take the club back here, and if they move this trail fulcrum forward, the right arm comes to here, so they move their head forward, they can't straighten that right arm. Now the right arm is what straightens the lead arm. Because they can't straighten the right arm, most people with a chicken wing will have a bent right arm and a bent left arm. Because the trail arm can't straighten that lead arm. But if I keep that trail fulcrum in position, or even move it this way a little bit, look, I can straighten that trail arm and I straighten the lead arm. That's just a digression, but something you should look at in the general golf swing. So don't be afraid in our golf swing, in channel lock, don't be afraid at all in channel lock of staying back on that trail side. Actually, both feet on the ground if you can. I went away from that for a while. Again, but, you know, like, I'm getting old, guys. But I've had a few injuries, and I had a really sore groin, and I was just unloading it a little bit rather than staying in it. But now I'm back and fit again. I want to keep both feet on the ground, and I want to just, you know, fire myself around that trail axis. So I'm just going to pick that. I'm going to load here, back cock, load here, just bicep curl, and look where I am here, guys. Look at this. Gee, that's a good shot. That is such a good shot. And what's really nice when you hit a shot like that, guys and girls, is you get this. you get this, you get like you're looking away and you see the ball going away from you, rather than being over here and then looking, you're sort of here. Very much like David Duval used to look like. David Duval used to look like this. And so did Annika Sorenstam, and so did Robert, and so does Robert Allenby. And David Duval still does. Not as much as he used to when he was Robert Duval, David Duval, when he was really at his peak and #1 in the world. He really used to stay back here. That was David. And he was long. He was longer than Tiger. People don't realise that. He was longer than Tiger. Nobody hit it past old DD in his heyday. He was just brutal. Okay, so we're going to keep both feet down. We're just going to cock it up here. This is unloaded. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is where I want to be. That's where I want to be. Now I'm here, but the club is way over here. I fired it up that line and I've really smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. And I really did smash that, I'll tell you. But getting this this bicep curling, fantastic. Fantastic. Gonna bicep curl it. Old JH can't hit the ball better than that. I can't hit the ball better than that. That is just a fantastic golf shot. And it feels fantastic. And I only got into the real bicep curling by accident. I was just out here and I actually, again, body falling apart. I'd been in the gym a couple of days ago and I had a real cramp in here, right in here. And when I came here, I still had it. And I just had the club in my hand. I was going like that. I was just trying to, and I thought, wow, that feels good. And I was actually hitting myself here. I thought, wow, doesn't that feel compact? And I hit a couple of shots and I just murdered. So, and that's why Lee Como is so powerful. He just goes, and he's very flexible, of course, as we know. Just overall strong. So here we are, guys. We're loading here. Perpendicularity, verticalization. Just going to pick it up. Look at this. I'm back here. I love that. The more I'm back here and the more I'm on that trail axis, the more I can fire that club out there. The more I can fire it out there, guys. It's fantastic. So for people that have trouble getting the power that they want, and somebody this morning said they lost distance, you don't lose distance. You'll only lose distance if you move forward and you can't extend this trail arm. I've picked up distance. Significantly so with my irons, and with the driver probably, I don't know, 15 in the air, which is a lot. That's a lot. Now Mr. X is pretty long and he's normally 30 past me. Sometimes, you know, more than that. But he ain't at the moment. And yesterday I was actually hitting some irons. Yeah, he's normally like 25 longer, 2 clubs longer than me with the irons. Yesterday I was hitting them, not up with him, but you know, only about, you know, probably on carry, probably about 8 yards behind him, 10 yards behind him, so a club. So I picked up a club and a bit on him. That's the best shot I've hit since I've been on Channel Lock with an iron, the very best. I mean, they're just perfect golf shots. Wonderful, wonderful golf shots. I'll just quit here for a moment, guys, and and girls. I'll just quit here for a moment and I'll go and check that camp because I haven't got my weight on the tripod and I think it's going to blow it over. So I'll just quit and then we'll hit some up here and you'll be able to see some. I'll be back.